Namaste and welcome to Mindful Yoga. My name is Ryan. Today's yoga class is a Vinyasa flow yoga class focused on opening our hips. Before we start our practice, please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel Mindful Yoga, as your support provides me the motivation to continue doing what I'm doing and share my love of yoga with the rest of the world. So let's get started. We find ourselves in a comfortable seat here, placing the hands where they feel connected to the body. So the palms may be facing down towards the ground, or they might open up to the sky. It's up to you. And beginning to close your eyes here. With the next inhale, straightening the spine gently. Think of the crown of the head going towards the sky. With the exhalation, let the shoulders draw away from the ears. And as you go inwards, notice how the body is feeling today. Notice if there's any particular sensations calling out for your attention at this point in time. And now let go of the body. Bring your awareness to your breath. Beginning to notice your inhales and exhales. Breathing is easy and relaxed. And now if you like to set an intention for your practice, invitation to set an intention. And now softly opening your eyes. From here, making your way into down dog. Let's come into all fours first. Bring the wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. And then tuck your toes, raise your hips towards the sky. We want to spread the fingers out wide in a down dog. And if your heels don't reach the floor, feel free to bring a bend into your knees as we push our chest towards our thighs. One more breath here. Now take your right leg to the sky on the inhale. On the exhale, step it through between your hands. Lower the back knee down and untuck the toes. From here, we want to take our hands, interlace them together and place the hands onto the knees. And then slowly pushing the knee forward, feeling that stretch in the left hip over here. One more breath here. And now bring the hands down, tuck the toes on the back leg, lift the back knee, step back into down dog. On the next inhale, left leg to the sky. On the exhale, step the foot through between your hands. Lower the back knee down and untuck the toes. And once again, we interlace our hands together and place them onto our knees. From here, beginning to lunge forward again, noticing the stretch in the right hip. It's also a good time to do a comparison, to notice how the right hip feels compared to the left hip. As the body is not symmetrical, usually one side of the body is more open than the other side, or tighter, depending on how you think of it. And then let's transition collectively together back into down dog. One more breath here. This time, take your right leg to the sky and place it outside the right foot. Left foot steps forward, outside the left hand. Hands together and come into a yogi squat. So we want to squat down. If this is not available today, you can hold on to the outer edges of the mat and then just come a little bit higher as well. That's fine. If you're using a block at home, you can sit on a block too. Now think of the tailbone descending towards the ground, and imagine there's a string attached to the crown of your head, and that string is pulling the head towards the sky. Use your triceps to push the knees away. Place the hands down, and this time come to stand. Slowly wiggling your feet together towards each other and taking your hands towards the sky. Hands to heart center, we fold all the way down. Let's do that one more time. On the inhale, rise up, reach up. Hands go towards the sky. On the exhale, hands to heart center, we fold all the way down. From here, step back to high plank. Bring the wrists below the shoulders and take your flow. Chaturanga, low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. One more breath here. On the inhale, left leg to the sky. Step the left foot outside the left hand. Right foot steps forward, outside the right hand. Come into yogi squat again, malasana. Finding your ease and your steadiness in malasana. One more breath here. Let's bring the fingertips down and come into forward fold, wheeling the feet towards each other. Inhale, halfway lift. Glide your hands on your shin. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Hands go towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center as we fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Step back to high plank. And then take your flow here. Knees down or not. High to low plank. Cobra or upward facing dog. Your choice of back bend. Downward facing dog. One more breath here. Now let's walk our feet all the way up to our hands. Coming to forward fold. From here, slowly come to stand. We're going to balance on the right foot and we're going to bring the left knee into the chest. Interlace your hands around the left knee. Look down at one spot or look straight ahead. If I fall over while doing this, apologies in advance, because it's hard to balance and talk at the same time. One more breath, and now half chair. Bring the hands to heart center first. Place the left ankle on the right knee. Make a figure 4 with the legs, and then slowly sink into an imaginary chair. Pushing the hips towards the back of the room and looking at one spot on the floor. Now hold here for 2 more breaths. Rise up now, bring the left knee into the chest and then slowly step the foot to the back of the mat. Runner's lunge. And then transition into goddess pose. Face both toes to the left side, heels in, toes out as we descend towards the ground with a tailbone. You can keep your hands to heart center or you can come into cactus arms by bending the elbows and both palms face the left hand side. Tailbone descends towards the ground. One more breath here. Inhale to rise. Hands go to the sky. Exhale to the back of the mat. Left toes open to the back of the mat. Right toe also faces the back of the mat. Step back to a high plank. And then from here, take your flow. Or go straight to down dog. The flow is not compulsory. One more breath here. Walk your feet all the way towards your hands. Now we are at the back of the mat. Slowly come to stand. Pull the right knee into the chest as you balance on the left foot. Interlace your hands around the right knee. Press the big right toe and the inner arch of the big left foot into the mat. One more breath. Now let go of the knee, hands to heart center, right ankle, left knee. sink into chair pose, half chair, or also known as Ardha Utkatasana. Gaze at one spot on the floor. One more breath here. Now on the inhale, come to rise. On the exhale, step the foot to the back of the mat. Turn all toes back to the right hand side. Transition to goddess pose. Heels in, toes out. Tailbone descends to the floor, spine straight. Maybe cactus arms. What we want to make sure is that the chest is not collapsing forward. The spine is as straight as possible. One more breath here. Now on the inhale to rise, bring the feet parallel to each other. Exhale, this time facing the front of the mat again, into a runner's lunge. Step back to high plank. Let's flow or go straight to down dog. One more breath here. On the inhale, right leg to the sky. On the exhale, right foot out behind the right wrist. Left foot comes in at a 45-degree angle and rise up into warrior one. Hands to the sky. So left foot in the left lane, right foot in the right lane. The lanes don't meet. Square the hips, right hip back, left hip forward. And drawing the ribs in and drawing the belly in. On the next inhale, straighten the front knee. On the exhale, triangle. Right hand towards the earth, left hand towards the sky. If it feels okay for the neck, look to the fingertips of the left hand, and it's not compulsory for the right hand to reach the floor. It's important to make sure the left shoulder is not collapsing forward. If it is, just come a little bit higher and you'll find more balance in your pose and more ease. One more breath. Transition to warrior two. So bend the front knee, right knee above the right ankle, and open the left toes to the side of the room. Gaze straight ahead. And think of the tailbone descending towards the floor. Now find connection with all four corners of your feet as you press them into the mat. One more breath here. On the inhale, flip the palm, reverse the warrior. On the exhale, half moon. Right fingertips ahead of the right foot. Left leg flies. Left toes point to the side of the room. You can yawn your hip open here a bit more and stack the left hip above the right. One more breath. And now meet me in a forward fold. Place the left foot next to the right. On the inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Hands go towards the sky. On the exhale, hands to heart center as you fold all the way down. Now take your right foot and step it to the back of the mat. Turn it at a 45-degree angle. Rise up into warrior one. Left knee above the left ankle this time. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. And gaze straight ahead. Drawing the ribs in, drawing the lower belly in. So the core is engaged as well. On the next inhale, straighten the front knee. On the exhale, triangle. Stacking the arms in line with each other. Gaze to the right side or the fingertips of the right hand. Think of the crown of the head going towards the front and the right hip going towards the back. One more breath here. And now bend the front knee, open the right toes to the side of the room. Hands go in opposite directions as we meet in warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Left knee above the left ankle, tailbone descends towards the floor. And let's find connection of the four corners of the feet again with our mat. Press all toes into the earth as well. Inhale, flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Exhale, half move. Left hand in front of the left foot, right leg flies. If you're using a block at home, you can place the left hand on the block as well, as it may give you extra height. Right toes point to the side of the room. One more breath here. This time, take the right foot to the back of the mat. All toes face the front. Runner's lunge. Step back to high plank. And take your floor here. Knees down or not. Chaturanga, Cobra or upward facing dog will meet in downward facing dog. One more breath here. And now taking child's pose. Big toes touch. Knees may be as wide as the mat. Hips sink towards the heels. Forehead to the earth. Now lift your head. Thread the needle. Take your right hand under the left armpit. And take your left hand. Wrap it around the right hip in a half pipe. If this is not accessible, the shoulder is not happy, you can take your left hand towards the front as well. One more breath here. And immediately threading the needle to the other side. Come back to center first. And then left hand under the right armpit. So the right hand is extended. Or you can take your right hand around your left hip. One more breath. Come back to center. And then to all fours. Onto your hands and your knees. Tuck your toes. Transition to down dog. Pigeon pose here. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee behind the right wrist. Left toes untucked. Now you can choose to stay upright or you can fold all the way down. Placing your forehead onto the mat. Coming back up to center, tuck the toes on the back leg, lift the back knee, pull the right knee to the chest and then step it back to down dog. On the inhale, left leg to the sky. On the exhale, left knee behind the left wrist. Untuck the right toes. Now stay upright or fold forward. My left knee is very, very sore. So if I fold forward, it's going to hurt. So I'm going to stay upright on this side. Tuck the toes, lift the back knee, step back to down dog. From here, transition to all fours onto your hands and your knees and sweep your legs towards the front as you take a seat. So when you take a seat, your legs are going to be long. We're going to take the left ankle, cross it over the right knee. Right hand will wrap around the left knee and the left hand will go back. Come onto the fingertips of the left hand so the spine is straight. And if you like to twist deeper, you can gaze towards the back of the room. Coming back to center, extend the left leg. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. Left hand wraps around, right hand goes behind. And again, if you like to twist deeper, take your gaze towards the back of the room. Come back to center, extend the right leg. Let's bring the soles of the feet to touch into Baddha Konasana or butterfly. Hands wrap around the feet. You're more than welcome to stay here, hang here and let the knees drop towards the ground. If you like to fold a little bit deeper here, bring your elbows in front of your shins as you fold forward. One more breath here. and then slowly coming back up to center. Keep the right knee bent. Bring your left knee on the inside of the right foot. Turn to your right side, okay? And then option here to drop the forearms onto the ground into deer pose. This is also a very good stretch to do if you're a runner. If you like running, just drop into this stretch for 3 to 5 minutes, depending on your age. Coming back to center, simply swapping over. So left knee bends, right knee on the inside of the left foot. Place your hands to the side or drop down to your elbows. One more breath. Come back to center and then let's come to lie down. Just a couple of things to do before Shavasana. As you come to lie down, hugging both knees into the chest. Take your knees and drop them to the right side. Right hand on top of the left knee, left hand extends. Gaze to the ceiling or to the fingertips of your left hand. Come back to center as you hug both knees into the chest. And then dropping the knees to the other side. Place the left hand on top of the right knee. Extend the right hand. Gaze to the ceiling or the fingertips of your right hand, you choose. Back to center, hug both knees into the chest. Maybe a gentle rock from side to side as you massage the lower back here. And now finding your way into Shavasana. Extending the legs long. Let the feet find the corners of the mat. Hands come to rest by your side. Palms face the ceiling. I will wake you up when it's time. Rest. Feeling the breath all the way into your fingers as you wiggle your fingers. Feeling the breath all the way into your toes as you wiggle your toes. Moving and stretching in ways that come naturally. And then rolling over to your favorite side by using your arm as a cushion under your ear. With your eyes closed, coming up into a seat. Hands to heart center, palms touch. Thumbs press against the sternum. One soft inhale. One soft exhale. Bring the thumbs to third eye center, to your lips and to your heart. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you for joining me for this practice. Wherever you're in the world, have a great morning, amazing afternoon, or an awesome evening. I will see you soon on the mat. Namaste.